Hi everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So it is very early, it's about 5 o'clock. The wash is running. I'm just sitting here hanging out with the cows who are still pretty drowsy. She's laying down, and this is actually one of the cows that I raised. She's actually still my cow. I just brought her down here and Brent milks her. She's about 9 years old. She's either 9 going on 10 or she is already 10. But yeah, so she's a very calm, good girl. She's a big brown Swiss. She is the biggest cow that we have. Definitely height-wise and probably weight-wise. She weighs about 1,700 pounds. So she's a big girl, but anyway, I'm kind of getting off track for the video. So today we are going to be working on some maintenance things. We have to grease the corner wheels on the barn cleaner chain, and we also have to grease the skid steer and the bale unroller. So those are the 3 major things that we want to get done today. We want to make sure that the things we use pretty hard in the winter are, you know, just greased up and ready to go. Honestly, you should probably grease the barn cleaner chain like every 2 months, but it's been a little longer than that because we've been really busy, and we hadn't been running it every day because the cows were going out to pasture, but now that they're staying in at night, we do have to pay more attention to that, and we have to run it at least once a day. So yeah, I'm gonna get up and leave you alone. Go back to sleep. Get a few more minutes to rest before we get milk. So the weather has been changing. Obviously you can tell I'm wearing just a shirt. It's about 40 degrees right now, and we weren't really expected to get a warm up, so it wasn't really a good thing for the cows because any change in weather just brings about the chance for sickness. And we did have one cow come down with pneumonia. It's not really surprising because she has pneumonia pretty much every time there's a drastic weather change. I think she wasn't quite raised right as a calf, but she's right here. Yeah, there she is. You can see her. She's chewing her cud and acting all right, but she did have a lot of snot on her nose this morning, and her eyes are just a little bit sunken in. And she wasn't like super interested in her feed this morning, so we're just gonna get ahead of the problem because we're pretty sure that's what she has because she does this a lot. Honestly, most places would probably get rid of her because she's constantly sick, but we get very attached to our cows around here. So Brent went to the vets and he got her some Naxel, which is the powder that you mix with sterile water. So we already did mix that, so you can see it's in there. Got ourselves a syringe, so we're going to give her 20 cc's of that. You can milk this stuff in. It's really good stuff, works great. We've had really good luck with it, so we're going to give her that shot. Or I should say Brent is going to give her that shot because she's crazy and I don't give her shots. So Brent is going to give her that shot, and then we're going to get into our day. So I will show you guys the corner wheels, and then we will get into the rest of our day. You can see that the girls have some feed left over, but not much. Most of them are ready for the day. Some of them are still sleepy. There's Marlo. She comes in now and gets hooked up. Super chill about it. She's a good girl, ain't ya? Okay, so the steel plate here just sits over the gutter. You can see, I think it's at least a 1/4 inch steel plate, so it's very heavy. So we do have to move that with the skid steer. But we will move that aside with the skid steer, and then we can get to these corner wheels. This one right here you can see because the plate is kind of crooked, so I'll show you that. Just kind of brush the sawdust aside. And you can see that grease fitting right there. So we just give those, I don't know, like a dozen pumps or so, because it doesn't come out anywhere so you can't actually see it. But move this plate and we will give these 2 a dozen pumps or so, and then there is another one up there, and the one on the right is actually a reverse bend, so we don't have to worry about that. There's nothing there. So we have 3 of them to do. So we'll move the plates and we will do that, and then we will grease the skid steer. We have to take the bucket off when we grease it because it's much easier to get to the grease fittings that are on the cylinders, so we will do that. So after we grease the skid steer, then we've got to grease the bale unroller. I'll show you guys some of the things that we grease on that. So, I don't know why I'm over here. So there is at least one on these set of double dolly wheels there, because they swivel around when you turn, so there has one. And then I think the only other ones there are some when you flip up this, ignore the stuff on it, that's me. There are some in here, down there on the gears, and then we have the ones back here on the back of these turntable rollers. So we greased those 4. You can see there's still a grease thing on it, but poor thing's getting a little old and rusty. So we will grease all those. So we are gonna milk the girls, and then we're gonna let them out, and then we will get into our day.
Okay.
You gotta run out on the last one, right?
That's just the way.
So we need something to get a grease fitting out of the skid steer because it's missing 2, and we don't have any extras because all the extras we have are far too big or far too small because we've used all the extras that are the same size. So I need to find a 1/4-inch drive, which shockingly we have, and I want to say it's like a 7. That looks too big. I'm just going to take like all the small ones.
This is never gonna work. So we're all done greasing things, so I'm in the milk room, sorry for the echo. I'm also sorry that none of these videos have been very interesting lately. It's kind of hard to find anything that we've been doing this time of year that's like really interesting, I guess. I mean, I don't think it is, but I hope you guys find some of this interesting. But anyway, we just finished greasing all that. I got very dirty. But I cleaned up with these wipes, and they work very good. So if you're looking for a wipe that's like heavy duty and does cleans off like paint and stuff and oil and grease, obviously that works very well. So I used some of those to clean up, but I did get very dirty. I had to make sure my face was clean before I started filming this, because I always get grease on my face. I don't know, I'm like constantly touching my face or something. But so it went pretty much without hitch. Obviously we had to be missing some grease fittings in the skid steer because it wouldn't be any fun if we weren't missing grease fittings. So we didn't get to replace any of those. So we just took like some out of a different spot and used them to grease the other one for now, until we can get some grease fittings for that. So I know that's probably a no-no, but that's how it works on a farm. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, I'm sorry that some of these videos aren't very interesting, or maybe they're not edited very well, because we've been busy but not busy in a way that's very interesting to film. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below. And so again, thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.